Here with Jason Mohns in Thousand Oaks, California. You're an Arizona team here at Cal Lutheran. And tell us why, I guess this is your 5th year that you've brought your team out here to California. Why do you bring them out here?
That's correct. One, get out of the heat. It's about 108 degrees right now back home and humid because it's the monsoon season. So, one, you deal with the rain and soggy field conditions when you have the monsoons coming in. And then just the heat and humidity, it makes it a little bit tough to get the work in. So we can come out here, cut about 30 degrees off of our average daily temperature, get 2-a-day practices in, and then spend some time and do some things as a team. Take them down to the beach, let them kick around in the sand. We don't get to do that back home, play in the ocean, and then we'll take them to Six Flags our last day here, and just go have some fun and let them get away from football, but still spend time together as a team. And it's been a recipe for success for us. Kids come down here. We come down here as individuals, leave as a team. We always say that, and we've got strong bonds. We've got kids that have been together, but we always have new guys, whether they're kids that have moved in or young guys coming up, that they get to come and experience it and be a part of it. So it's a lot of fun. It's a good time. It's away from all the distractions. Coaches get away from the families and just focus on football 24 hours a day for 5 days.
And then we're going to show a little video here of the fun you guys were having with another type of football, with an FU, T, that sort of thing. Tell me a little bit about what you were doing there with it.
Yeah, well, we do competition. So we break up. We've got seniors have a team, juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, and then the coaches every once in a while will scrounge a team together. We compete before every practice out here. We keep track of points, and at the end, the class that has the most points gets pizza for lunch instead of the cafeteria food. So today we call it header ball. We actually saw it one day. We were up doing a 7-on-7 tournament in Flagstaff, and there was a youth soccer camp going on, and I'm watching them play this game where they're passing the ball with 2 hands instead of kicking it, but the only way you could score goals is off the head. So it's like, man, that looks like fun. That looks like something I'd like to play. So we tried it out at camp. It was a blast. We had coaches diving for headers, and kids were going crazy. And so it's a fun thing to do. We like to mix it up and keep it fresh. And we want to compete. We're out here trying to prepare to win a state championship, but it's got to be fun, and the kids have to enjoy being a part of this, and the coaches need to enjoy being a part of it. So just little things like that we add into the mix, and everybody has fun with it.
How much is the word 5-Pete or the term 5-Pete thrown out there as you go into this preseason camp?
Yeah, we've embraced it. We're kind of using the hashtag Drive for 5, and we want to be the first team in Arizona history to ever win 5 consecutive state championships. There's been 2 others that have won 4, but nobody's won 5, and for a good reason, because usually when you win 3 or 4 in a row, you've had some really good players that have come and gone. And so, this year we're going to be younger. We're replacing some very, very talented players, and more importantly, guys that bought in and were leaders and did things the right way. And so we've got our work cut out for us, but we're embracing it. This is what this program expects. We've won 9 championships in the last 11 years, and so when we don't win, it's a letdown. And so it's the same thing every year. We come here and we prepare to win a state championship, and anything less than that is short of our goal.
Did lose a lot, but you do have a state championship quarterback coming back, and Max Massengill. Tell me a little bit about him and what he does as far as the reins of the offense.
Yeah, Max is a prototypical fit for the offense we run, and a guy that throws the ball, completes it at a high percentage, but also can make plays with his feet, and is a dual threat guy. Not just a pure athlete though; he's a quarterback, and he's the captain of our ship. He's a great leader. He's a great competitor. He's got a great demeanor about him. He's what you want in a quarterback. He just has that moxie, the leadership intangibles that are hard to you can't coach, and they're hard to find, and he just does it. So yeah, if you're going to bring back a young team, you at least want to have an experienced signal caller, and we definitely have that.
Who are some of the other kids you're looking for not only on-field performance but leadership and all that?
Well, in our senior class, Josiah Bradley is our big-time 4-star recruit who's got offers from everyone around the country, and he'll have a little bit more of a role on offense this year. Last year he was primarily a safety. He's gonna go back to what his natural position is, which is running back, and he's got some Pac-12 offers as a running back. We're excited to see him finally get a chance to be the guy. We had a really good 2-year starter that graduated last year, Stone Matthews, that was a back-to-back 2,000-yard rusher. So Josiah had to wait his time, and so now it's his time to be that guy back there. So we're excited about him. 6'2", 215-pound running back that's got some wiggle to him and can catch the ball and do some things. So Giovanni Miranda is our tight end, outside linebacker, that's got some Mountain West offers and some Pac-12 interest. That is a big athletic kid that's a vocal leader and brings great energy. Zach Wilson, our slot receiver. Logan Pettyjohn, another outside linebacker receiver kid. And then up front, Ruben Pimbert's our center. He's our returning starter from last year's offensive line, and was one of our key cogs last year. And maybe a little bit under the radar just because he's not the 6'5", 300-pound mauler like some of the guys we had last last year, but he's every bit as good as those guys are. He gets after it, he competes, and he leads those guys. So, that's our senior class, and then, we feel like we have a plethora of young talent, and we've had coaches come by, and, 2019 class and 2020 class is loaded with guys that some of them have some offers and have kind of made a name for themselves. Some of them are in the process of doing that, and those are the guys that we're going to lean on this year to take us to the next level.
Depth always wins.
That's right.
The national ranking from us at 38. I'm sure there's going to be some others that are going to have you in different areas, but you've got two teams in our top 100. You've got East, Wing T. I don't know, it was the last time you played that. Maybe you played the Wing T every year. I don't know. But and then you've got Liberty out of Nevada. So tell me a little bit about that out-of-state schedule and how important it is for you as you build this program.
Yeah, we had a goal. We want to be a national caliber program, and we want to compete on that stage. So last year we went out and we scheduled Saguaro High School from Gardena, California, a really good, great program from Los Angeles area. And then we went and played a nationally televised game against Valor Christian out in Denver, Colorado. The top team out in Denver, and we were able to come away with wins in both of those games, and then run the table in the state. And really, I think we've had a strong program within the state for a long time, but it was our first chance to kind of take our program to the national level and maybe say, hey, these guys in Arizona, there's more than just a couple schools out there that can play on a national level. So we were loaded with talent last year. It was a great year to take that step, and we had a blast with it. The competition was great, the experience was great. It was a different element, a different feeling playing those national level games against out-of-state opponents, and so it's something that we're going to continue to do in our program. We're going to do it in years where we're loaded. We're going to do it in years where we're young, and I think there's nothing better than early in your season playing top competition and find out where you are and find out where you need to go, because ultimately we want to play teams that are going to help us win a state championship, and playing lesser opponents, they don't help you do that. So come out and give it everything we got, find out where we are early, play. Liberty is one of the top schools in Nevada. Not a lot of people know about them yet, but they're up and coming. They went out to Texas last year and beat Austin Westlake in Texas, and they bring back a lot. They got a lot of talent. They're big up front. They've got dynamic playmakers. They've got a really good quarterback. So that's going to be a heck of a game. And then you talk about East High School, flex bone, triple option, tremendous up front. I mean, I think you've got them at 25. I think they're arguably a top 10 team in the country with what they have up front and what they have athletically on the perimeter. Very well coached. Really good friends with Brandon Mattis, their head coach. So we've been watching a ton of film on them. We don't play flex bone, triple option teams on the West Coast. It's more spread, and they do something that's unique, and they do it very well. They're very disciplined and well coached in it. So it's going to be a great test for us. It's not going to prepare us to play anybody else on our schedule, but it's going to prepare us to play a physical, tough, hard-nosed, tough football game against a really well-coached, disciplined team. And, you find out where you're at against teams like that.
What do you have on the chalkboard, or I guess in this case the grease board? 1, 2, 3, 4 things you guys got to do right to earn that ranking and get back to that fifth in a row and all that. What do you need?
Yeah, it's just work, get better every day. We come out here every day, we come out to practice, we should take a step forward and get better. And we feel like we have the talent that if we do that, whether it's early in the season or late in the season, if we keep getting better, we're gonna hit our groove. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find our identity, and that's what you got to do with a young team. You got to find your identity, and sometimes you find your identity really early, and it can be in those tough games. You play those tough opponents, and you find out what works, and you find out, hey, we can go toe to toe with some of these guys, or maybe you get punched in the mouth, and you got to come back and say, hey, we're not as good as we thought we were. So that's all we want to do. We want to find out who we are and where we're at early, and establish our identity, and then just build and get better. And ultimately, our goal is to win a state championship. We'd love to be nationally ranked and all that. That's great. That's the icing on the cake. But at the end of the day, our number one goal is to win a state championship.